Today I have this 4-foot by 10-inch board. You can grab these at Lowe's or Hobby Lobby. And I'm starting with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. And I did spray a little water. Sometimes this just helps my paint get moving on the board. And I did 2 coats. I'm using my S50 Klingon brush. And now I'm taking a chalk pencil and just tracing out my image that I want to put on my board. A baby wipe is acting as an eraser as I'm figuring out my image. And I'm starting by adding some smoky quartz to the body of my image. Now I'm using this number 10 Blue Ice brush, and I'm adding my Republic Red to the hat portion of my image. Then I went in with Snow Owl and made a circular nose just under the hat. I'm creating a gnome. Then I'm adding just a touch of Republic Red to give a pinkish tone to his nose. I will have a PDF available for those that want to trace out this image. And I'm starting by just outlining kind of where I want his beard and how I want it to end with that little brush to the right side at the bottom that you're seeing. Now this brush is kind of small, but I am filling in the beard, and I don't really mind if I'm going to see some of the gray underneath. It just is going to give some dimension to his beard anyway. It's going to work with me. So I just took my time with the layers of filling in his beard. And again, not worrying about full coverage. Now, this is very wet. It's a wet brush and some watered down black. And I'm just tracing out the rim of his hat. And just going around the edge of the hat. When you see me miss something, it's just a mist of water, and it just keeps my paint moving and helps me blend it in. And now I'm adding a pom-pom at the tip of his hat and the smoky quartz. making sure that you can see it from the side of the board and the front. So I got these letters at Hobby Lobby and the ornament at Michael's. And I'm starting by painting everything in the smoky quartz. Once done, I took this buffalo check stencil that I had and using a dabber brush, some snow owl, and you want a very little bit. You want to make sure your dabber is almost dry wet, shall I say. And using a dabbing motion, I added my stencil to the little ornament. Then to add some detail, I took this cardboard and my shorties in silver, my shorty spray in silver. They call it shorty cuts. You can get it right at Hobby Lobby. And just hit the tip to give it a little shimmer. So this was an afterthought, but I still think I would have done it the same way so you didn't see any texture of the stencil under my beard. So this is how you sneak in a stencil after you've painted an image. You just tape off. I'm just taping off all around the beard. With blue tape. Just to protect my beard from being hit by the paint. And then using a large dabber. Again, you want very dry application of the snow owl so it doesn't bleed. And I'm making sure I'm avoiding going past that blue tape. And this is just going to pull everything together. And then you want to remove this very gently. Now I want everything really, really dry. I'm going in with my 1 hour enamel and giving my entire project one coat of 1 hour enamel. Once this dries, you can go in with a second coat. You can also use Wise Owl varnish. If you're putting this outside, I would probably go with the varnish over the 1 hour enamel, but both work fine. And now I'm hitting all my letters and my painted ornament with the 1 hour enamel. Just give everything a nice coat. And then I measure out where this is kind of how I do it. I measure out where I want my letters to go, just so everything's straight. And then I use painter's tape to guide me because I'm going to have to lift these up and put glue underneath. And I want to know exactly where I need to go to lay them back down. I'm going to use Elmer's wood glue, and hot glue gun. And I start by adding my Elmer's glue. And then I go in with a little bit of hot glue. And you don't want them mixing in with each other. And just that little bit of hot glue is just going to tack it in place while the Elmer's wood glue dries. The wood glue is the important glue here. Okay, but I do use hot glue just to hold everything in place so my letters don't slide. And then you're going to remove your tape. And that's it. Guys, again, I'm going to have a PDF for this gnome if you're interested in giving him a try. And this says Noel. Hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any brushes, paint products, tissue paper, transfers, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you.